I can't believe what I've just watched. Tory Darren Miller states facts about grooming gangs in Wales, and he is shut down. This is exactly why we have a problem, and why we need a full national inquiry. The Welsh Parliament should be utterly ashamed of itself. In today's video, we will watch and react to this disgusting clip, all whilst going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we do have new One Keir t-shirts available on our website. Go to britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Have a watch.
We know from media reports that young girls have been recruited by grooming gangs here in South Wales before being gang and then trafficked to Telford, Hereford and Blackpool. One victim has even said that she was strangled, she was threatened with a knife, and her home was threatened with being burnt down. She was then, I'm afraid to say, First Minister, 1,000 times. She didn't know the number of perpetrators because there were so many.
I do need you to come to your question now. You are being overly descriptive and I think verging on not being totally respectful of the victim at this point. So can you tone down the rhetoric slightly?
I'm afraid I'm simply reading facts.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
The use of language in this place needs to be making sure that you are keeping well away from inflaming any kind of discrimination or inciting of any kind of discrimination. You were doing very well, Darren Miller, with your first two questions in avoiding that. In your third one, you've become overly descriptive, and I need you to now reflect on that and just ask the question again, please.
I am not seeking to inflame anything.
Good. I'm glad you confirmed that. I'm glad you confirmed that. Now carry on with your question.
Yes. So we know that some of the things which have been described by victims have been absolutely sickening. We know that those things have taken place, young girls in Wales have taken place in terms of recruitment by grooming gangs in Wales.
Darren Miller, I ask you for your question.
So we need to know that these things, we don't have another Rotherham or Rochdale on our doorstep.
Darren
so can
Miller,
I ask
you're keeping to your script now, and you're not listening to my advice. If you do not ask your question in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to ask you to sit down. I did not expect to have to do this to you in your first few weeks as leader of the Welsh Conservative Party in here.
My question is this. Given that you oppose a UK-wide inquiry, given that we haven't had the assurances which I've sought from you today, and given the extent of public concern, will you now commission a Wales-wide inquiry into child sexual exploitation by grooming gangs here in Wales?
Darren, I've got to say I'm really disappointed in you. I wasn't expecting you to take on that kind of approach.
What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In other news, a balaclava-clad drill rapper who boasted about murder in his song lyrics and was promoted by the BBC has been revealed as the killer of schoolboy Jimmy Misen. Jake Fari, who was then just 19, was convicted of the murder of 16-year-old Misen after a fight broke out at a bakery in London in 2008. Misen, who was described by the Met Police as an immaculate character, bled to death after Fari threw a large glass dish at him. The dish shattered on his chin and severed an artery in his neck, killing the teenager just a day after his 16th birthday. Fari was sentenced to life in prison, but was released in 2023 after serving 14 years of his sentence. The now 35-year-old goes by the rapper name 10, and his music, which often features violent themes, has been promoted on the BBC. His music is understood to have been featured on air more than once, and DJ Theo Johnston on BBC One Extra said that he really stands out, The Sun reported. Whilst his radio tracks have been censored, the unfiltered versions of his songs can be found on Spotify and YouTube, with lyrics that seem to relate to Misen's murder. In one song, Fari raps, "Stuck it on a man and watched him melt like Ben & Jerry's. Sharpen up my blade, I've got to keep those necessary. Stay alert and kept it ready. Any corner could be deadly. Judge took a look at me, Before the trial even started, he already knows he's going to throw the book at me. Last night, the Ministry of Justice announced they were launching an urgent appeal into the drill rapper, particularly the line "watched him melt like Ben & Jerry's." After discovering that Fari was 10, Meason's mother told the publication, "It's very difficult to comment until I have read it. But if this is true, I am very saddened, as it will be a shock to the rest of my family." However, Jimmy's legacy of forgiveness, peace, and hope, which we share in schools, will not change. A BBC spokesperson told Mail Online, "The song lyrics you have put to us have not been played on the BBC. Decisions on music are made on a case-by-case basis, and we have strict editorial guidelines in place before any content is broadcast or posted. BBC One Extra does not glamorize violence, and this individual does not feature on any playlists." Lastly, the Princess of Wales announced she is in remission from cancer during her first major solo engagement in over a year at the Royal Marsden Hospital yesterday. Kate, 43, was in high spirits as she visited the London hospital, where she had been receiving treatment following her diagnosis last year. The mother of 3 shared laughs with staff and patients whilst expressing gratitude for the exceptional care she received during her treatment journey. "It is a relief to now be in remission," the princess stated in a social media message following the visit. During her visit, Kate delighted staff with her light-hearted humour as crowds gathered to greet her near the exit. "Hi, fabulous. Is this what happens normally?" she joked with the cheering hospital workers. Noticing the jubilant atmosphere, she quipped, "I'll let you carry on your party." The princess also remarked on entering through the main entrance. "Coming in the front entrance here, having made so many quiet private visits, actually it's quite nice." Her comments sparked laughter from the gathered crowd, with many capturing the moment on their phones. The princess cut an elegant figure in an all-red ensemble, wearing a £770 Gabriella Hearst turtleneck and £595 Edeline Lee plaid skirt. She later added a Blaze Milano checked wool blazer, priced at £979, completing the look with burgundy stiletto heels and a matching leather handbag. The visit marked a significant milestone as Kate was announced as joint patron of the Royal Marsden, alongside Prince William, a role once held by Diana, Princess of Wales. The solo engagement was planned to reflect Kate's personal journey, with William's full support. During her conversations with patients, Kate shared candid reflections on her own treatment experience. "Everyone said to me, 'Please keep a positive mindset. It makes such a difference,'" she recalled. The princess spoke openly about managing side effects, noting, "I really felt like I needed to get the sun. You need loads of water and loads of sunlight." She empathized with patients undergoing chemotherapy, acknowledging, "It's really tough. Sometimes you feel relatively well, and then you have another one. Sometimes from the outside we all think you've finished treatment and you go back to things. But it's hard to get back to normal," she added. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.